Have you ever read the Bible and stumbled upon a verse that just stops you in your tracks? Like in Matthew, when Jesus says, "I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel," or when he tells his disciples not to go to the Gentiles just yet. It can be confusing, right? Does this mean Jesus' message was only for a specific group of people with a specific sin? Let's clear this up right away. The short answer is no. Jesus wasn't talking about a single, exclusive crime committed by Israel. He was outlining the order of his mission on earth. So what was the issue Jesus was addressing? If you look closely at the Gospel of Matthew, you'll see a pattern. Jesus repeatedly confronts the religious leaders of Israel, the Pharisees and teachers of the law, the everyday person, calls them out for their religious hypocrisy. They were experts at following rules on the outside, but their hearts were missing the most important things: mercy, justice, and true faith. As Jesus quotes the prophet Isaiah, "These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me." Another major issue was what you might call spiritual blindness. The people of Israel had everything: the law, the words of the prophets, the promises from God. They had a front row seat to God's plan unfolding. Yet many of them, especially the leaders, failed to recognize the Messiah standing right in front of them. This is why Jesus so often says things like, "He who has ears, let him hear," or notes that they see but don't truly perceive. It was a failure to connect the dots that God had been laying out for centuries. Finally, Jesus points out a tragic history of rejecting God's messengers. He mourns over Jerusalem, saying, "You who kill the prophets and stone those sent to you." Jesus saw himself as the culmination of this long line of rejected prophets. The ultimate rejection, of course, was the rejection of God's own Son. So why did Jesus say he came only for Israel at first? It was about covenant order, not favoritism. Think of it like a ripple effect. God's great plan of salvation started with a promise to one man, Abraham. That promise flowed to his descendants, the nation of Israel. The plan was always for Israel to then be a light, a blessing to the entire world. And you can actually see this transition happening within the Gospel of Matthew itself. Even while saying his primary mission is to Israel, Jesus still heals the Roman centurion's servant and praises the faith of the Canaanite woman. He shows that the door is already opening. And then, at the very end of the book, he gives the Great Commission. What does he say? Go and make disciples of all nations. The mission officially expands from Israel to everyone. So, the simple truth is this: it wasn't about one specific Israeli-only sin. It was that Israel was first in line for the message, not the only ones who would receive it. Jesus was confronting the universal problems of hypocrisy, injustice, and hardened hearts, which he first addressed within the context of the covenant people. Then, the mission exploded to include you, me, and the entire world. Thanks for watching. Hope this brought some clarity, and have a blessed day. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.